All right, we're live. Nate, hey Nate, you know he moves on CK time. I get it. It's 7:05. I had a long weekend. Monica White, how's it going? Okay. Who else do we have here? It's late until it's 6 minutes. Exactly, Nathan. Okay, he's late on purpose. This is gonna be Juicy Peach. Hey T Ashley. Libra Nation. Miss Lady P. Okay. Hi, Daniel Rodriguez. We got Maureen Matak. Melita is in the building. Diane Hester. How's it going? True PYT. Libra Gang. Don't you love being a Libra? Apparently, it's controversial being an October Libra, which I don't understand that. But apparently, it's controversial. Andrea Rogers. Divine. Oh, I was in London. Divine. Okay. We have to talk about my London trip. Okay. London, London, London. Okay, let's have a real conversation. Anybody who knows me and us September Leaps are top. Y'all September Libras are not top tier, boo. All about the October Libras. Although they call us the lying Libras, but I don't get that. Okay. Yes, Soul Mellow. Okay. So let me tell you about my weekend. All right. I was in London this weekend to see Beyonce. I will say this is my first time in London because when I went to Paris for Jennifer Williams' wedding, I caught the train to London for a few hours. But I just spent obviously a full day there. So this time I was there for like a couple of days to see Beyonce. One thing I will say about the London raindrops, and raindrops, I love you all equally. Nobody compares to the London raindrops. I'm gonna be honest. They got Atlanta raindrops beat because before London, of all the places I've been for the tour, Atlanta has the most Dustin Celestine. Celestine, like Beyonce's mama name. Not a fan of London. I prefer Paris. I love Paris too, but I've never been to Amsterdam. Don't judge me. Okay, so the Atlanta raindrops are from a whole nother planet. The Atlanta raindrops are a different breed. They are in your face. They are real. Atlanta raindrops are top tier. DC raindrops, I must say, was almost equal to Atlanta. DC raindrops shocked me. The DC raindrops are they're amazing. And they really wait, Ramon, I met you, Carlos, in the club in London. First of all, not I met you in the club, Lord Jesus. Okay. Oh gosh, I am screaming. I am screaming. I am screaming. I am screaming. Okay. So we'll get to that too, Ramon, child. Ramon said clock, not clock the T. There's no T to clock, Nathan. Pipe down, Nate. So, anyways, Atlanta raindrops are, and so is DC. I love all the raindrops. But I will say this. The London raindrops are somebody said, Carlos, finish the club story. I will finish the club story. Okay? It's called a process. Y'all are so messy. There's not a story in the club, but I'm gonna tell y'all what happened in the club. Y'all are. Well, thank you, Ramon. Ramon says I am finer in real life. I won't disagree with you there. Okay, so look. The London raindrops, I have to say, and I'm being very honest, they are number one right now. Black, white, different races. The love they showed me in London was like nothing I ever experienced, because to meet people who shady, to meet people who like shake when they meet you is indescribable. It's indescribable. And I don't walk around like, So when it happened and it kept happening, it was overwhelming in the best way possible. And they were so nice, so friendly. And it's funny because when you're in London, you just want to soak up the experience. And I had no idea that London loves YouTube. And there were so many people who said, we love you, Claudia and Dustin. We watch you guys. Because in like right now in London, I want to say it's like after midnight. So a lot of the London raindrops said, we watch y'all on Tuesdays because you come on late on Mondays in London time. So they gave a shout out to Claudia. They love you, Claudia. They love you, Dustin. They love you, Ebony K. Williams. A lot of people say they love True Crime Thursdays. So it was nice to know that the London raindrops watch YouTube. They watch the show, and I could not be more thrilled. It was everything. Willow Johnson, come to Liberia. I will. So I want to say this to my London raindrops. I will see you guys again. Okay. But thank you guys over in London. We went to Everyday People. Everyday People is this amazing festival. It was amazing. Amazing. And I also went to the club. So here's the club story. I'll come to Norway too. So, you know, I'm in London with my boys. Okay? I'm with my boys. So we went to a gay bar in London. I think it was called Shenanigans or something. I'll tell you guys in a second because I want to make sure I shout out the right people. We went to a gay bar in London and they had Nicki Minaj night. It was Nicki Minaj night at the gay bar in London. And all my raindrops know I go up for Nicki. Yeah, okay, Ramon, right? Thank you. Shenanigans. Club Shenanigans in London. Shout out to my boy Royston who made it happen. They had Nicki Minaj night. All night they played Nicki Minaj. The raindrops were there. We took pictures. It was everything. Nothing crazy happened. Y'all are insane. But it was a great night. We had fun. I took pictures with the raindrops. The girls and the gays and the theys, baby. It was everything. It was everything. Beyonce concert was fantastic. I went there. And then I also went to Beyonce's dancers had an after party on Saturday. And baby, the club was jumping like Destiny's Child record in 1999. It was everything. London owes me nothing. We had a great time. Shout out to Nicki Minaj. Nicki Minaj, your London barbs. Love you. Okay, it was great. But I want to thank my London tribe. I love you guys so much. I will see y'all again. And I'll end with this because y'all know I'm spiritual and I like to motivate you guys. Okay, before I bring on Claudia and Dustin. Okay. So look, being in London this past weekend, I got home last night at 10 o'clock p.m. Okay. But I showed up for you guys today, child. What I will say is this. You guys have motivated me Yes. Can y'all tag Nikki and let Nikki know I want her to be on my podcast? Although, you know, I think she knows, but it doesn't hurt to tag her. Let her know that. Okay. I love Nikki. Nikki knows that. I love Nikki. I'm a barb. I love Nikki. I'm obsessed. Okay, fine. Move on. Okay. I'll leave y'all with this. I left London being super motivated, and it fueled something in me that I needed. And everything that's happening right now is God redirected me in a different space. And what the London raindrops did was confirm to me where I'm going and where I'm headed and where I need to go and land. So sometimes when things happen, it truly could be God's redirection. I just said this to Claudia before we got on about when things happen, you never know what God has for you. And I didn't realize how much I needed London. So I want to say to the London Raindrops who I met, all 85 of y'all, child. Thank you guys. I needed it. Yes, Lionel, praise God for the shift and the empowerment. Yes, I love you guys. Thank you. Thank y'all for watching Monday Night Live. Thank y'all for staying up to midnight to watch it. Thank you all for watching on Tuesdays because it's late in London when we come on. And thank y'all for watching True Crime Thursdays and the interviews. I love you guys. And I appreciate you guys. Okay. So with all that being said, let's bring on, they called Dustin. A few people called you Justin in London as a joke. That's how much they watched the show. It was amazing. So let's bring in Claudia and Dustin.
Yeah, it's Justin, Claudia, and Justin. What's happening?
Hey.
They love y'all in London.
Justin in the house. Carlos, you know me and Royston have been friends for years. I love Royston. That's my dog. I fuck with Royston a long way. That's my brother. Yeah.
Yes,
So
yes.
once you said Royston, I already know you was good. You was good in London. Yep.
It sounds to me like a Monday Night Live travel like experience is gonna be.
I thought you wanted Miami, you know, so you want London.
I do want Miami. I want it all,
Okay.
honey. I want Miami.
Both. You want
I
them both.
London. I want Italy.
Yeah.
I want Africa, Ghana,
Yep. LA.
Nigeria, LA. I want it all.
Monaco. Shit.
Yeah. Oh, Monaco was amazing. Yeah, we can go there. Hey y'all, I miss y'all. What's up?
I miss y'all too, but I wanted y'all to know on some real shit. They showed so much love to y'all in London, and it was so kind. And to hear the Londoners recap what we talk about and all the stuff we say was like, I mean, you know.
I love to hear that.
I love London. I love the accent. I love the swag. I love how they dress.
I
love the style. I just don't like their food. Well, that's in the Caucasian areas. But you know,
I like Sexy Fish. That restaurant, Sexy Fish in London, is good. They got one in Miami now too.
They do?
But it's a restaurant called Sexy Fish. That's the shit in London.
Ooh, I dated a fine man from there. He was Nigerian. He was Jamaican and British with the accent, fine as hell. I was about to move to London.
Well, you should. There's a lot of attractive men, but apparently there's some people with attractive feet. Because Dustin, somebody just paid us a couple of dollars asking if you are single. Okay, this is Emily 322. Is Dustin single? Tell him I got pretty feet.
I appreciate that, but we don't believe you. We need more people. First of all, you don't even have a profile picture. All I see is an M. And if your foot look anything like the letter M, I'm out. You know what I'm saying? So I appreciate we appreciate the $2. You know what I'm saying? Like Johnny Taylor said, these last $2. You know what I'm saying? We appreciate that. But yeah.
Okay, well, Dustin, look at my feet.
Yep, Carlos, you always had nice feet. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yep.
See, look.
Well, that you gotta get that. Oh, well, the bottom.
I mean, you know, it's time. It's probably like the Thursday, and you go on Friday.
I'm walking all around.
Yeah, let me look at mine
on Tuesday. You know what I'm saying? It's all good, Carlos.
Wait, Claudia.
I'm fresh to the shower.
Yep. And we had our feet in the screen because we couldn't put our foot in y'all ass tonight with this commentary.
That part.
That's what that was.
Yes. Not Vaseline. I was wearing my socks. That's why.
Do you sleep in socks? Like I sleep. I put
socks.
Vaseline on my feet and then put socks on. I sleep like that.
I can't sleep in socks.
When I'm sleeping with somebody, though, I'll be barefoot because that's
sexy. It's hard to sleep in socks. That is so good to keep the moisture locked in, though.
Yeah, put some Vaseline on them motherfuckers and put your socks on and go to sleep.
People I saw someone in the chat asking about Michael Blackson's baby. My friend Rada is pregnant by him, and she's supposed to have the baby next week, but she's actually in the hospital right now. She was in June today, so she should have the baby today. I asked her this morning, you need to fly out. I'm gonna fly out.
Good energy.
Yes. So if everybody can pray for Rada and the safe delivery of her baby. She's a beautiful lady.
What they gonna name the baby? Motherfucker.
Well, she wants another Michael. I said, he already got a Michael Jr. Like I'm like,
yeah. That'd be cute for a girl. If it's a girl, they can name her Michael Jr. That'd be cute.
That's cute. Yeah.
Anyway,
like how was your weekend, Claudia?
I had a great weekend. I had
the BET Awards, right?
Looking beautiful.
Thank you. Last week was the BET Awards. I was in a rush with the glam. Like I had 9 minutes to find a dress. I went to a store in Dallas, grabbed the first thing. So it didn't fit as good as I like it to. And I wish I would have had a bold color on. But anyways, the awards were the best BET show I've ever been to in the history. And I've been to like 20.
Yep.
Jesse Collins, the producer, just stepped it all the way up. Connie Orlando,
100%.
Everybody, like we were just constantly surprised, like, oh my God, what? Mariah's here? What? A. Marie's here? What? Like we were just constantly like, what? Like celebrities. It was. I love it. They made it black tie this year. I got to talk to Jamie Foxx. Him and I haven't been speaking the last few years as like we used to. We got to reconnect. We talked. We had a great moment. I didn't put it on Instagram yet, but like we had a great moment that it was a beautiful moment. I was in the car, me, Drew, and my best friend Annie. Like we rode together because we were promoting the movie Run. We got to be on stage at the very end. It was long. It was like almost 4 hours. It was a long show, but they showed our trailer. I of course was in the car with Drew being messy, asking her questions and stuff, and that was fun. I saw Ty.
What you ask her? Did you lick it? The cat? Like she asked Brit.
I think she feels vindicated this season. Like, she had a lot of seasons where she was kind of like people would come for her, and she really stood on business this season. And
it was good to see. It was good to see.
It was, she stepped everything up from her clothes to even her, like not her storyline. She didn't step it up on purpose, but I know she hates what's happening with her and Ralph. Ralph continues to just do goofy shit online, but I got to see there was a bunch of other housewives there. I met Kelli. Kelli was there. I saw Nene. I said hi to her at the bar. She gave me a dry hi, but whatever, it's fine. I saw her and the guy that she's on again, off again with. They were together. Who else did I see? I saw Candy. I didn't see. Who else? I saw Ty. I know we speak about Ty.
You saw Ty Young?
Ty Young from Love and Hip Hop Atlanta, Basketball Wives LA, and almost Atlanta Housewives. And she didn't say nothing to me, but she apparently had said something to a friend of mine that I'm a monster. I'm like, I'm a monster for telling it like it is. But she didn't come up to me. She didn't step to me. She didn't say nothing. But I'm hearing that she was talking about me on her live. I don't know. I don't really know. I don't really care. Because, I don't have a problem with everything I say in the show because I don't have a great memory. I mean everything I say, and I say everything I mean, and I stand on everything I say, or I wouldn't have never said it. There's no, I accidentally said that. I didn't mean it. No, I mean it.
Was Ty with Brandy from the show?
I don't know who I saw with. No, I didn't see Brandy. I would have said hi. She was with someone else. Is there another show that Huntsville? I don't know. Potomac. I don't know. There was Potomac Housewives that I don't know. She was. I don't know.
She said Huntsville.
Goddamn professional +1. That's it.
Oh, Jesus.
I didn't see Ming, but she may have been there because I did see her walking on the media room. But she was. I know. I did see her on Brandy's page. I follow Brandy.
I'm so stuck on Ty. No, Dustin.
I was not with Drew, and I didn't even see them say hi to each other. So I will say that. So I don't know. They didn't even, because Drew was with me and Annie the whole time.
Okay, that's good. And does Drew watch this show? Did you meet anybody who watches the show that you were shocked that watches it?
No, because it's a good show. So if they know quality, then they'll watch the show. But everyone watches the show. Everyone watches the show, y'all. I'm telling you, the whole night it was like, I love the show. I love it, like everywhere. And then fans too. Like it wasn't just people on in the media. Like I saw Keke Palmer. She's like, thank you for always defending me and sticking up for me. But I think that was more on T, because we have had no reason to. No one's ever come from this show. But she just said that it's nice when.
That's nice, Claudia, that she said that to you.
Yeah, you know, the messy stuff is fun, and I ain't gonna act like holier than thou that I don't enjoy it, because it is fun. But it's very fulfilling when someone does approach you and say, I saw the nice thing you said about me, or you defended me, or you had my back, or you understood my perspective. And that felt really good.
Good.
I think there's a place for everything. This, like, gossip has its place. There's gossip shows for that. And I think it's dope. Get money. You know what I'm saying? This just ain't no gossip show. That's just the difference. So,
right.
Yeah. Much respect to all the gossip shows. It's just something a little bit different. That's all.
Yeah, no, listen, I will say this. People just love our perspective and our real takes on. I'll say this once, I'll say it again. No one is doing any deep research on these people's personal lives that isn't being shown on the shows we get to watch. Obviously, this season, we're recapping the Real Housewives of Atlanta. We all have a connection to that show in some form or degree or fashion. And we talk about that and we stick to it. And we're go ahead.
Sorry. I think I have Tourette's a little bit. I don't mean to do that. I need to work on that. When you guys are saying stuff and then something pops in my head, I gotta just chill and wait. I'm sorry. I don't mean to be like that.
No, it's okay. I was gonna ask. No, go ahead, because next I'm gonna ask Dustin about his weekend, then we can move on. But go ahead.
I saw my ex-husband.
Wow, Claudia.
The guy I was married to, who was an Aries. Yeah. So we've had bad blood for years. Like, but then we talked one time, it was cool, then it wasn't, and we had it annulled. But I see him at events sometimes. It's always extremely awkward. But I'm at a place now in my life where, like I said, I even said hi to Nene when I saw her. Like, things that I'm not married to anymore. I'm not like, it's not like aching my heart. I think some of those things you should start clearing out and like getting rid of those beefs. Like me and Tamar used to have an issue. That's gone now. Like that girl, we hit each other up sometimes. I don't really want to, like, if it's not something that's like current or affecting me. Yeah. So I went up to him. I was like a little nervous. I'm like, we have mutual friends and we were all in the media room. I'm like, you know what? I'm not hung up on it anymore. I don't feel anything anymore for him, but I do like peace when I go out. Like, I don't like that uncomfortable feeling when you're out and you're like, I have to avoid that corner. We have mutual friends, So I went up to him. I said, hey, I don't want it to be weird every time we run into each other. And at this point, like, it's water on the bridge. And I was like, I just want to say hello. How are you? And he said, I'm good. You good? You good? I'm like, yeah, I'm good. And it was very awkward. It's so weird when, like, we were so into someone at some point, and then it's like no words. And I was like, okay, well, I wanted it to be where it's not like this when we see each other out and we can say hello. And I was like, all right, take care. And I quick hug, and that was it.
That's what's up.
That's off my back.
Congratulations,
yeah.
Bro.
No, the thing is this. I'll say this. Your growth looks beautiful on you. And not to say you were like this horrible person, so don't read into that, raindrops. We're all growing. Yeah. And what I love about what the audience gets to see from you doing Monday Night Live is they get to see who I saw years ago and who Dustin has known for years too. Like, you are gorgeous, you're funny, you're quick, you're witty, and your commentary is your truth, salacious, but it's your truth. And the fact that, because I know the complete history between you and your ex-husband, I am gagging that you, the woman, walked up to him to say, let's just stop it. And it's what I always say to people. When these reality stars have beef, I always say to them, is it that deep? Is it that deep? And the fact that you two are married makes it deeper than any of these friendships not making it. But you found it within yourself to say, look, I'm older, life is fine, it's stupid, let me speak to you, give you a hug. But that speaks to your character as a person.
I don't wish to have beefs with people. I'm a person that I say this to my friends all the time. There's mistakes, right? Anyone can make a mistake. And then there's character flaws. And people that have character flaws, I have my criticisms for until they change their behavior, which you will see in my commentary tonight. I will have some positive things to say about a certain someone. I can acknowledge that, like we can all make mistakes, but some things are things that like, someone's doing something wrong. They refuse to change it. But at some point, there are people that are never going to change, and that's fine. But I can't control them. I can control how I react to it, and I can control how it affects my life. I can continue to be mad. Oh, they ain't shit, and they did this and they did that. Yes. Or I can say, yes, they did that, and they're over there now, and I'm over here, and I'm good. Like, hey,
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying? So it's all good. I will put out the beefs that don't affect my life, and that I can. And then, there are bitches I do have smoke with. So let's get into the show.
And Dustin, congrats on your LA and Seattle.
Well, this weekend, first of all, thank you. I did Seattle 2 weeks ago. This weekend I was in LA. I actually sold out the Elysian Theater in LA on Thursday. So it was a beautiful show. I'm doing a stand-up comedy tour right now. So all these people coming to see me, man, it's been beautiful. Sold out the Elysian Thursday in LA. Then Saturday, I had a huge show at City Winery in Chicago, which was incredible. Lots of my family, like 10 of my cousins came. A bunch of my friends from Detroit came, and lots of support. Lots of people that love both of y'all all weekend. And on my shows, I kept getting comments of how much people love y'all and love our show. So that felt good, but great show in Chicago. Then yesterday, on Sunday, I had a great show at City Winery in St. Louis. STL pulled the fuck up for your boy. So it was very affirming, felt so good. Great energy in the room. And I'm looking forward to the next few shows. So I'll be in tomorrow, actually, on Tuesday, I'll be in Philly at City Winery. Woo! And then Saturday, I'll be in DC. So really excited, man. Stand-up comedy is so much fun, y'all. I'm so
proud of you. That is, they say that when people are asked their number one fear, it's public speaking. That's usually what it's like, snakes and public speaking.
Yeah.
And the fact that you're not only doing public speaking here, but like to do it live where every audience is different. Like,
completely different.
Empowered and proud. And I love every time I see the clips on my page. I'm like, yep, heart, fire.
Thank you so much.
I can't wait.
So much support, so much love, so much support. So there's a few shows left. Like I said, Philly is Tuesday, DC Saturday. July 2nd and 3rd will be in Dallas, Houston, San Francisco next month as well, Atlanta in August, and more shows to come. So it's a beautiful thing. I'm just really grateful stepping into a new space, and it's so much fun to stand on stage for an hour and 15 minutes and talk shit. It's so much fun. You know what I'm saying? So I love taking the stage like that. I'm just in a really grateful space right now. So hell yeah. Thank you. Yeah.
We can't wait to see you in person.
Congratulations.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Yeah.
When do you get to DC? Are you there Friday or Saturday?
Friday. Yeah.
We're gonna go out Friday night, me and you, okay? I'm gonna be there Friday too.
Yep, Friday. Hell yeah. I'll text you for sure. Yep. Yeah,
I love it. Listen, it's y'all season, and
thank you. They're Burberry, Andre Robinson. Burberry. Thank you. Yep.
Oh, can I just say my medals? What I got this weekend?
Yes, Claudia. Come on.
So I used to run track 100 years ago, back when I first started being a journalist.
And go ahead.
I actually came up with that first. Now that we've got to the bottom of that. I did at the reunion as a former journalist. If you about that,
okay, you're right. Okay.
Hey, look, so running up down to the running club here. I went because honestly, I saw the Instagram page, beautiful black men with their shirts off. So I started going and like walking and taking pictures of everybody like perf. But anyways, it's a real thing now, and it's a social club. But I was like, you know what? There was a 1 mile fun run and then a 5K for Juneteenth, and I went. I ain't gonna lie. When I got there, I chickened out and I said, I'm just gonna do the 1 mile. So I did the 1 mile and then finished it. And then the 5K started 5 minutes after I crossed the finish line. And I said, F it, I'm going for it. This is going for it season. And I just jumped in, did the 5K, and I was just hanging out at the end. And they said, don't leave, Claudia. I didn't know they were giving away medals for like first place in the different age groups. I placed first place in the 50.
Come on, goddamn it. That's right, Claudia.
I was
on your
dying of
Simone
laughter.
Biles. Yeah.
So anyway,
Yes, Simone Biles.
so it was a great weekend. I had a great time. So yeah.
Well, good.
Sorry.
Well, listen,
Congratulations.
I'm glad you had a great time. I want to start this episode by saying this. So, as you all know, we're here to recap the latest episode of the Real Housewives of Atlanta, and I have enjoyed this season a great deal. I love this season. The show is back. I'm also very honest, so I'm gonna say this, and Dustin and Claudia have no idea how I feel. So I'm curious to get their thoughts. This episode wasn't my favorite, and it hit me about the Grenada trip. I didn't feel like this trip was great. And the reason why I didn't feel like this trip was great is because when you think about the Real Housewives of Atlanta international trips, right? Even when you think about the other cities, but let's focus on Atlanta, something iconic always comes out of the trip. An iconic read, an iconic moment of tears and personal story that you feel like is rich in storytelling. An iconic comedic moment comes out of it, right? As I was watching this episode on my couch, trying to stay up, I did not enjoy this episode at all. And I did not enjoy this trip at all because nothing happened. And what dawned on me was something is missing. Something is missing. Listen, the season is still great. The season is still great. But if I'm only talking about the Grenada trip, this was not a great entertaining trip by no means whatsoever. And this trip needed a firecracker. This trip needed something. It needed something to just push, not the envelope, push story forward, push conversations. There were so many nuances that was happening, but nobody was focused on getting down to the nitty gritty. And when you are a reality star, it's important to sit back and be like, what is going on here? Is what I call a force multiplier. It's somebody who's able to poke things and say, what's happening? The fact that it was this big thing about Brit and Kelli, that fell so flat. And I felt like it fell flat because nobody was focused on trying to figure out what was happening. And I could care too less about this donations with Brit. It was a conversation that fell flat. This entire international trip was a 0 to me. It was, to me, the worst trip in the history of the show.
Wow.
Well, I understand what you're saying, and I can see things through the lens that you're looking at them through when it comes to this trip. There was a missing piece, and I think the missing piece there was connection, right? We're deep into the throes of the season. We're approaching the end, and Brit Edie, unfortunately, has not connected with the cast just yet. So attempts to have that big moment in conversation did fall flat because there was no connection there to really drive the non-donation home, right? Phaedra had just arrived, right? So that was new. I think that kind of cast a new energy into the group that people had to first identify and then receive, right? So people were kind of still in the beginning stages of that. And we just didn't see that moment. Based on the trailer that we saw, the mid-season trailer, I think we're going to get a little something towards the end of the season at whatever that event is with Angela Oakley's moment that we can look forward to. But I agree, we did not have that moment where there was the dinner where Claudia tore Nini's ass up in Puerto Rico, or we didn't have the moment where they were in Greece in season 12, I believe that was, and Nini and Kenya had that big blow up. We didn't get the moment from season 10, I believe it was, when they were in Toronto, and they had that huge moment in the hotel about Giovanna and Portia and Eva and Candy. We know we didn't get
with Dustin, with Kenya and Nene, and she said,
"Yes, you shut up,
Kenya. Yeah. You shut the F up, bitch."
Mm-hmm. All of that,
and then Giovanna and Port. It was.
We missed those fireworks.
I got excited. Sorry.
Yes, you did, and the ladies have not gotten excited yet this season. Now, I will give them grace because this is a brand new cast, right? A brand new grouping.
Yes.
For the type of conflict that interests us and viewers that have sense, that shit has to simmer and brew and cook. So maybe it took a season of them getting to know each other, and now Kelli and Brit having that fallout, even though we know Brit won't be back, but the other ladies will still have opinions about whatever happened between Kelli and Brit that may grow into whatever next season. I think that based on what happened this season, based on what we'll get from the reunion, based on people paying attention to these streets of the comment section streets, I think season 17 will give us that power punch that was missing from the group trip this time.
I agree.
So on this episode, I will say this. What I did like about it was this was the first episode where I really liked Portia.
Yeah.
I feel like there was no mean girl from her. I felt like she was actually a friend to Shamia. I loved when Shamia lost her luggage that Portia gave her a nice dress to wear and not the little bottom of the barrel stuff. She gave her that beautiful yellow dress. I thought that was really sweet because we have seen their friendship struggling. Look, you don't want to see friends that are real friends really fall apart in real life. And that was a moment where it's like, that's what your best friend's supposed to do. And I thought that was nice. And I actually saw I saw like glimpses of the old Portia, like why we liked her in the first place. She was silly, she was goofy, she was fun, and she actually she wasn't being a mean girl at all in this episode. I love that there was some inside jokes with those two in the van because we hadn't really seen that. Like if I see someone's my best friend, when you see me and Annie, we have the minute we see each other, there's inside joke. We're always laughing because like we're like laughing at something that y'all don't know. We have not seen that. So it hasn't felt like the stakes were even that high for them. Like even their friendship, when it went left, you're like, well, were they really friends in the first place? Because I'm not seeing it. This episode made me really see them being friends. And then at the end, when, Shamia had gone through a lot in this episode, was finding out her child was kind of neglected back home by the caretaker and, being really upset and being far away from home, having to work. My heart went out to her on that one. Yeah. And, Portia did a gesture to make her feel better, letting her use that big extravagant hat to do a photo shoot. That was cute. That's something that real friends actually do for each other. And that resonated because it felt real. It felt real. Now, outside of that, yes, because there's no real friendships on the show. There's only friendships, alliances out of we both hate the same person. We both don't like that one or whatever, like Drew and Angela like each other, but let's keep it a buck. They're friends because they were both kind of being attacked by the others, right? Like we became friends in conflict. Phaedra is so out of place in this cast. Like it's just so ridiculous. And I think they thought they'd get that magic back of old Phaedra. But what they should have done if they wanted her to really have a chance of being successful in the season, she needed to be there earlier because she's at the tail end. She's coming in at the end of the night. You've got to be caught up, brought up to speed. No one really knows you like that. And you're kind of just, again, like all she's doing is making faces. And actually, a lot of her reads they're nowhere near as good as they used to be. Like she was saying.
I thought the same thing too.
Yes, like snore fest. Like when you're in your confessionals, you can have a chance to redo it. Just so y'all know, not you guys. Like if you say something, hold on, Carlos. I remember when you did my interviews. Hold on, that sounded fake. Can I do it again? That's not a thing. And you can do it again. If that was the best of the edits, she's lost a step. Like it just wasn't. It was like I forgot what I should have wrote it down, but there was one thing she said. I was like, that was corny. Like it was just corny. Like she said she was talking about Brit washing her down, and she's like, if the KKK was in my vagina, she would have found it. That's not funny. Justin,
I didn't like that.
That was not. It was.
Well, I've never seen the appeal. I've never seen the appeal from season 3 onward, and I've been vocal about that since then. I've never seen the appeal. I've never been wowed by anything that was said or done. Never. So when people say there was this fall from witty grace, I just don't see it personally.
The one funny scene when Phaedra, Cynthia, and that was the one funny scene when they was talking about. Cynthia having an inverted clit. That was cute. That was a little bit like a girl trip moment. It was, I think, Phaedra, Cynthia,
and Portia.
That was cute. She was funny in that.
Yeah. Scene. The thing is this. I agree with all of you guys. The thing is this. I enjoy this season. Every show has a bad episode or 2 or 3. So this isn't this ain't CNN breaking news, right? Mm-hmm. We have complimented every episode up until this one. I'll speak for myself. I have enjoyed every episode. The trip to me just fell flat. And I'm being very honest here. They're missing Kenya.
Yep, 100%.
Or if y'all listen, or Kenya type. This is the thing, and this is somebody who worked on the show. This is somebody who knows how this shit works. If Kenya Moore, so raindrops, let's have a moment of silence. And I want y'all to, in the words of Nene, use your brain, right? Imagine Kenya Moore being at Grenada, and all of the stuff that was going on that wasn't pushed forward. Kenya would have done it. Kenya would have clocked, Kenya would have said, so, Brit and Kelli, last night I saw that you were really having Shamia's back. Like, Kelli, I've always seen you ride for Brit. What's going on? There's something going on. I'm hearing about a stylist. Is that what? Like, it was nothing there. And my advice would be this to the girls. I do agree with Claudia and Dustin. These are a new group of friends. Next season, I'm sure they will find their footing. What I will say is you must have the focus, the intention, the drive to be present and live in the moment. And I felt like nobody was living in the moment because a lot of things fell flat. And one thing about being a producer, there's only so much you can do. There's only so much you can do. It's up to the talent to say, we are the ones in front of the camera. We have to make sure that everything is great. And I felt like this trip was lackluster because there were so many gems that could have happened, but nobody stepped up. And if you're not going to bring Kenya back, that's your decision. This trip needed Kenya or a Kenya. And it was obvious to me in this episode. When it comes to Phaedra, I will say this. I think I disagree with Dustin. Phaedra was always funny. Whether her reads were whatever, Phaedra was, you can always rely on Phaedra for a funny, comedic bit. And my advice to Phaedra is this. I would just like for her to not rely solely on trying to make jokes happen on the spot. And I want Phaedra to live and be present. Like the Phaedra I remember, who would live in the moment, be present, and see what's going on and activate. I think Phaedra, obviously, like you said, Claudia came back later and she's trying to like figure things out. So I'll give her grace for that. But my advice to all the girls is they have to step it up and really be present. I just felt like nobody was present on this trip.
For her to be a housewife, though, we know nothing about her this season. We know absolutely she's given us nothing. She's a friend of the show. That's essentially what her role is. She's getting paid as a housewife, but her performance is friend of the show all day long. I agree as far as needing a force multiplier. If I can compare this episode to sex, you know, when you're like sexing someone and you're like, you know, we saw the trailer. It's like, ooh, it's going to be juicy. It's going to be so good. That dick's going to be so amazing, or that coochie or that pussy or whatever you like, right? It's going to be so amazing. And then you finally meet up with the person. Then you get the season premiere. Then you get into the episodes, and you're waiting for that big climax. You're waiting for them to put it in, or you going to put it in, and you just get the tip. All we got is the tip, and they never follow through. There's so many things, like Carlos said, that were like could have been gems. Like, okay, we're finally seeing Kelli and Brit, the demise of their friendship. Nobody really explored that. We just got the tip, just the beginning. We hear Angela Oakley saying, "Oh, about Charles," like kind of, and then I think Phaedra, someone said something. Does she have Tourette's? She never, like, she keeps telling us her business. Like, oh, was it Portia? Like, someone should have blew that up and like really put it on Front Street. That's what they do on the Housewives. Like, there was so many things that they just let go. I don't know if that's production's fault, not following that or not pushing the girls. I know when we did the show, if someone dropped something, someone's getting a talking to in the ear and said, "Hey, and then I need you to bring that up in the next dinner, the next all cast." And where was it? Where was it? So we constantly got the tip with no shaft and no finishing. And that's why we felt unsatisfied at the end. But I'm
He's right. Yep.
Now, I didn't know this was a Dr. Ruth section. Go ahead, Dustin.
No, I agree with Claudia. First of all, I hate bad text too. So we got to figure out. I do think that we got a limited glimpse into Phaedra now, something positive, right? I did enjoy her giving Brit those tips in the back of that car when they were riding in Grenada. And she was like, rule of thumb, you gotta, at the level you at, no less than $1,000. And she like kind of spit a little game to her. I've never seen that side of Phaedra. So that was cool. You know what I'm saying? Other than that, I just have never personally seen the value.
But it was, I mean, now if you're looking for
I'm sorry, it's this comment they made. They said Carlos' face. Oh, you said bussy. Lord.
Sorry.
I don't ever want to hear that word or see it.
Bussy. Can't you see? Sometimes.
Not your remixing. Not your remixing Biggie songs.
Right.
Bussy.
So stupid, Claudia.
Hey, I ain't seen Bussy, Dussy, Dicky, or Hickey in a long time. So that's why I get to get it out here. I gotta eat chocolate all the time.
So why y'all think Kelly and Brit really fell out? Because it's got to be more than just
okay. My Carlos King's opinion about why Kelly and Brit fell out, and I'll start with this disclaimer. I have not spoken to anyone about this. I could make a phone call, but I like to wait till the season plays out, or once you're on my couch, I'll get the questions, whatever, and you answer it. But based on my spidey senses, being a producer, all those things, there is some truth to glam, but that's not all of the reason. So I will say this: it is true, and I know for a fact, it is true when it comes to glam. A lot of reality stars on these shows, 99.9% of them, they do not want to share their glam with you. They just don't. They don't. But I'm gonna tell you why. It's not what y'all may think it is. It's not, I don't want this other person to look better than me. Now, granted, that's part of it. But no, Dustin, is this. Glam is a female reality star's confidant. When you are in the chair getting glam, you speak to your hairstylist and your makeup artist about what happened, the scene. You're comfortable. You talk shit about the girls, all those things. So I do believe that part of Kelly and Brit's issue is glam. The fact that Kelly introduced. Wait, I saw Paris like a tweet about Kelly not having money, but commented and said Brit pays on time. Okay, okay. What I'm saying is that 1000% happens. Every reality show with females, they all have their own glam squad. You're not sharing the same glam squad. It's rare when it happens for that reason. Number two, I also think this. I think Brit did not like the fact that Kelly was getting too close to comfort with Shamia. That came out of nowhere to me. When they came out in matching bikinis, I'm going to be honest. Y'all know I love Kelly and I rise for her, and I love Shamia too. I thought I wasn't, and again, I'm not saying that wasn't their friendship. What I'm saying is, as a viewer, I wasn't caught up to speed about their burgeoning friendship to that degree, to where you're wearing matching bikinis. And I think what Brit saw was Kelly getting too chummy to Shamia. And I think based on Kelly and Brit coming in as besties, to see one person forge a friendship with another girl, leaving you in the dustpan, in the pantry, I think Kelly felt some kind of way. And I also think, again, this is my opinion, I think Kelly really wanted to get on the right team.
I also don't think Brit gave Kelly a reason to kind of pursue a friendship. You know what I mean? We never really saw, outside of them at Kelly's dog's birthday party, riding in the Sprinter on the way to Kenya's infamous salon event. What have we seen? What connection process have we seen? What kind of bonding moments have we seen? We haven't seen any. And I think I think they kind of dove head first into a duo situation that just was not substantiated by a real connection. And so as time goes on and you've decided this is my homie on the cast, and then they start doing shit that not only gets on your nerves, but is a character related issue, right? And you'd be like, yo, I don't like the kind of person this person is. I think they both were realizing that about each other. They didn't have an argument or no shit like that where they could have just had it out. And I think things came to a head in that very passive aggressive, virtually pointless conversation we seen them have on the bed. That's what I think. So I just think they decided they just didn't fucking like each other after a while, and they kind of got tired of pretending. That's the only thing that made sense to me, because even with that added element of the camaraderie that they get with their glam squad, right? It still wasn't a big enough issue for it to create a rift where they like have issues with each other. That's what I'm saying. So it's got to be like more to it than that. There has to be something else that we're not being told.
This is what it is, and that's why I put the comment up. 95% of reality girls, and I said this before, y'all tried to read me, and I don't give a shit, because look at the fallout between these friends y'all thought were friends, but I digress. I'm not saying names. Pick up a book. These girls have alliances and not friendships. It is what it is. 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 And the reason why we're always confused, like, but y'all were just friends. We're confused. They have an alliance. I need you for something. We're on this social experiment together. I need as many people on my team. And that's what happens. That's why Giselle and Robin are one of the few housewives on these shows where the show never came between their friendship, no matter how many times people tried. But listen, I would love to get Claudia's perspective. Claudia did season 7. She came in not having an alliance with anybody. She came in like, I'm trying to figure things out. People thought she's Team Kenya, Team Cynthia. And she was like, I'm actually trying to figure my shit out to be team with anybody. But Claudia, you can speak to this more than I can.
Yeah, like they came for me because I was friends with Kenya. I'm like, okay, I'm friends with, but I was cool with Nene before this. I was cool with Portia before this. I was cordial with Cynthia before this. I didn't have a dog in the fight. But anyways, let me talk about these ladies. I don't think Kelli and Brit were really best friends. There's no way in hell I believe that. I feel like they were just both newbies, and they decided to play the role of besties coming in because we're both rookies. Okay, we all agree with that. I think that Brit from very early on, 2 episodes in, she was the cause of one of the star of the network of the show getting kicked off the show. You're gonna have an uphill battle after that, because even if you didn't like Kenya, you do know that Kenya is good for the show. Like, I'm sure those girls had to be like, okay, you done sabotage our season, okay, and then
wait, not to cut you off. I never thought about that.
I know. I'm sitting here thinking the same damn thing, Carlos, right now.
I'd be mad if I was on a winning, my first year I'm on a show, right? Oh my God, I'm on the Real Housewives of Atlanta. I get to do scenes with Kenya, with Portia. It was and then 2 episodes in, I'm responsible for one of the stars getting kicked off. You already know it's going to be a sinking ship after that, and you're going to get blamed for it. I think even if Kelli did like Brit, right? You kind of got to distance yourself from that. Like, you're like the bad juju here. And if this season isn't,
but when that's you lean into that shit, right? You understand that that's what happens when you pull the trigger on something like getting a motherfucker removed from the show, right? You have to lean into the fullness of those shoes. If you're going to play the villain role for real, in the capacity of the show, I'm not talking about anything that's going on with her in the show outside of what we saw on the screen. But if you're going to be the villain and get Kenya fucking Moore kicked off of the show, you got to stand in that. And you can't go from villain to victim and express a desire for support from the ladies or whatever. Just lean into it. Fuck her, because she did something dirty to me. And if any of y'all are in opposition to me, then we and you can go at it too. That's how Brit should have stood in that, if you're going to really commit to being a villain.
And if you are, I'm sorry, Carlos, I just want to finish this thought. And if you were responsible, okay, some people can say it was Kenya's fault. Some people can say it's Brit's fault, whatever team you're on. You were part of it, right? You stayed and Kenya's gone. So also, if Kelli is not that invested in Brit as her friend because they really weren't besties in real life. They were just playing it, right? It's a lot easier to disassociate from her once you see it ain't really cool to be down with Brit. Angela got having beef with her. Portia got, like, everyone's having issues with this one girl. So why would you want to stay with the sinking ship? I'm going to go get cool with Shamia. I'm going to get cool with Portia. I'm going to get cool with everybody, with Drew even. So why would you stick around? Like, but if you are not, that's not your best friend. Because if my best friend was on the show, even if she was in the wrong, I can still have a conversation, tell she's in the wrong, but I'm still rocking with her and I have her back. The way Kelli was like, shows you they weren't really friends, and she distanced herself from what's perceived to be the cancer of this season. Brit is not popular with the people like that. A lot of people don't like her. So you can see at the pool party when she rolled up, you know, there was some people gave her hugs, but they weren't like, hey, Kelly's here. Like, it wasn't like, I mean, Brit's here. So you can tell she's not in with the girls. She's not. And from her antics, she's trying so hard to connect with these goofy stunts. She's putting her titties on the counter. Like, it really was very cringe. That ridiculous bad acting speech she gave Shamia. Listen, I said it once before. I'll say it again. I know bad acting. I do it all the time. And that was some bullshit. Look, I am gonna be with you. I'm back forever. I need you, my friend. I'll never leave your side. Girl, bye. Girl,
so
bye.
I will say this. I'm gagging because the thing is this. I've never thought about it that way because, look, I think when it comes to Brit, and I said this before, no one is saying Brit made a phone call and got Kenya fired. No one's saying that, right? So we all know that is the case. So don't read too much into that. We all said what Kenya did was wrong, and obviously it was a network decision what they did. So that's that. But I think what you guys have to understand, which is why I'm gagging a bit, is the fact that, and I also said this too, I said the sad part is Brit, unfortunately, and this is no device of her own, the moment Kenya was removed from the show, and I said this before, there was going to be this stain on Brit because Kenya is such an iconic character, or cast rather, that she will be seen as, you are the reason Kenya Moore is not on the show. That is how people are going to perceive you, and it's not fair, but that is how people are going to perceive you. I've said that before. What I never thought about until Claudia clocked it is I never thought, because some of these girls on the show feel that way. The way I knew the audience was going to feel that way, because I know the audience, I didn't think about, will the other cast member feel that way? Because I will say this. I'm gagging because when Kenya showed those pictures, and this is right before she showed the very explicit one.
Wait,
when
the pictures that were never of Brit?
Right. Thank you thank you.
The pictures that were never her anyway, so it shouldn't even matter.
I mean, there you go. Kelli left Kenya's event the moment Kenya called her an insurance fraud hoe. And she left and said, you're my friend. We're not going to do this, X, Y, and Z. And I said this from the jump. Everybody deserves a friend like Kelli, because I was like, shit, she had her back. What is interesting to me, though, is I haven't seen that. And there was an opportunity for that sort of I have your back to happen in Grenada, and it didn't. And I do wonder if it's because they all are like, not they all, if Kelli is like, should I distance myself from this? And look, maybe Kelli was a privy to things that we weren't, because look where things are now.
Well, also, what could Kelli have said, though? Because ultimately, she would have been defending Brit giving a smaller donation than they all thought was decent, right? So what can she defend? I mean, I guess she could have said, like, well, fuck it. She gave something, so stop asking her about it. But whatever she would have done in that moment would have been a blatant attempt to just be standing in the position of having her friends back, as opposed to a legitimate, opinion about what was being discussed. Because if she spoke up in that moment, she would be defending Brit giving $250 sanitary napkins, and toilet tissue. That's what she would have been defending in that moment. So I don't really, again, we haven't seen those connecting moments where there was an opportunity for someone to show up that way. I think the Kenya situation was so extreme. You had to kind of pick a side a little bit in that moment. But at that table, what the fuck was she supposed to say?
You know, it's hard to have those kind of conversations with your friend when you know your friend's wrong. And usually it's best done one-on-one, not in front of a group of people. Cause like it's never gonna go, it's gonna go left, right? And if you really care about your friend, you're gonna do it one-on-one, not in front of everybody. But for the sake of television, I probably would have crafted like a hey y'all. This is my friend. I'm not gonna let y'all all gang up on her. We had a conversation and I said give anything, and this is what she thought. Now, if it's a big deal, let her make up for it if she wants to. But like, I wouldn't just be quiet if that's my real friend, and I wouldn't put you on blast. I wouldn't jump on the bandwagon with everybody else if that's her real friend. So you can tell from these situations they
not
really weren't real friends.
Yes.
They're not.
Yeah, because when everybody was, and this is why I keep bringing them up, because to me, it's the only solid friendship on these shows. When you look at Giselle and Robin, when everybody read Robin for what Juan did with the nail salon and blah, 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 they read Robin for filth. And Giselle spoke to her in front of the girls and said, look, you're my girl. They are giving it to you, but I'm concerned about you. And if you can see their point, like my thing is
there's a way.
There's a way to not defend what you've done, but there's a way. If I was Kelli and Brit was my homegirl, but I agree with Claudia. They're friends because they had an alliance based on the newbies of the show. So that's that. I would have said, if that was my real friend, my best friend, guys, Kelli already addressed. I mean, if I was Kelli, I would have said, guys, Brit addressed it. It is what it is. I think you guys are going too hard on her. You know, she didn't know. Brit, would you have done differently? Okay, cool. So, guys, why are we harping on this? Because what we need to harp on is X, Y, Z.
Yeah. Bingo.
That's how you defend your friend without defending their actions.
Or you do what I would have done, which is just be blatant. It's no secret. We've talked about people on this show. I've been on other platforms where I'm just clear about that. This is my friend. Fuck it. So I would have just sat at the table and be like, first of all, Carlos gave what the fuck he gave, whether it was $250 or 25 cents. That's what he gave. Who the fuck are you to be checking him about whatever he gave? He gave what he wanted to give. Fuck you. This is what you got going. You know, that's you just got to stand in the fullness of what you're doing. You can't try to veil it in anything else because people will see straight through it. You know what I'm saying? You just got to stand in exactly what it is. I'm defending them because y'all are talking to them, and that's my friend. Straight up.
I agree. And honestly, Kelli basically knows how to do reality better than Brit. Brit is too reactionary, too emotional. She doesn't see the big picture, I think. And I think that's what hurts her in this. And you can also tell she's just not a girl's girl. Kelli, I think Kelli kind of shifts sometimes, kind of go over here, go over there a little bit, not in a two-faced kind of way, but I see her making adjustments, right? Because she kind of knows she has good instincts for reality TV, if you ask me, I think, because she's doing what she needs to do to secure a spot. And
I would agree.
She's in with the clique. She's part of the in crowd, and Brit is definitely on the outside of that. And she's definitely securing her. I'm sorry about this light coming through here. I got these big windows. I'm sorry. So she's secured a spot for next season, whereas Brit is in a lawsuit with the network. You know, Kelli, they didn't make so many enemies. She said some nice stuff when she needed to. She kind of pivoted here and there, and we'll see her again next season.
I am gagging again. So now wait a second. Kelli may be the smartest housewife of this season. Wait a second, Kelli. Kelli saw the writing on the wall.
She has no enemies on the show.
Kelli has no enemies on the show. She has forged friendships with everybody. I mean, listen, Brit is suing the network, and there's a lot of people like, look, bitch, I'm about to, wait a second, Kelli. Kelli, baby, Kelli is the MVP. Kelli outsmarted everybody on this cast because Kelli, oh my God, you're right. Kelli played the game the smartest because at the end of the day, she came in with somebody and she's still there.
And everyone likes her. So there's gonna be no, sometimes the girls make phone calls, Carlos, right? No one's calling the network.
Allegedly.
Okay. Okay. Well, there's no reason for anyone to call and say, Kelli was really a problem in the show. She was vulnerable. She was friendly. She was fun. It was a good sign that she had a cast trip. You know what I mean? Like all the things. Hey, I'm going to close my blind real quick. Talk amongst yourselves.
Okay, no. That's it. I mean.
Yeah. I get it. Listen, Kelli played the game smartly. She's been doing that since her first time on camera this season. You see, she stood right in it at Shimia's birthday party when she was like, the question was, why did you take that lady's husband? She just asked it directly. It was what it was, and she established right then that she was not afraid to kind of go to the line when it came to the conversation that she was willing to have with these ladies. So yeah, Kelli played the game smartly. She hasn't lost control not one time this season.
Sorry, y'all.
Think about it.
It's
not
fine.
one time.
Kelli has not. Oh my gosh. Kelli will go down in history as one of the smartest newer housewives because she played the game well. Because this is the thing. As much as I ride for Kenya and I love Kenya, and no one can ever make me go against Kenya. Kenya first season, she played it well, but Kenya also had people like, I don't know about you, Kenya, right? Like Kenya had to earn her way back into season 6. Iconic, her first season, but Kenya had to forge relationships against season 6.
She made enemies. She made enemies.
She made enemies. I have never seen a new woman come into an established. Kelli, mother.
Yeah.
Kelli. I'm impressed.
She's basically the least problematic on the cast, if you think about it. Now, some people may say she ain't standing on, like she should have rode harder for her friend. She's looking at like, I don't really know her like that. We cool, but I'm not gonna lose my peace over this lady.
No, Brandon, keep this up, moderator. Brandon L. Scott said, I supremely disagree. Kelli is a pick-me. So guess what? I could see why you would have said that 5 minutes ago. Kelli is a pick-me in the sense of I am going to pick and choose my battles, and I'm going to make sure that I play this game right because I'm going to make sure that all these girls have a connection with me because Kelli, I never thought about this. Kelli has not had one argument with
she ain't never lost control. No. And been right in the middle of everything that was going on.
And then when there's
about everything.
And when there's a moment where there's like discourse, she always finds a moment to say something girl power-ish, sisterly, so you can't really be mad at her. Like she even says, you know what this is about growth. Let's take this moment. This is a good reset. And she has all these moments on camera where how can you be mad at that? She has those moments where she tried to de-escalate or lower the temperature. She's never escalated a situation. She's actually did a good job. Now you may call it a pick-me, but this is
guess what?
It's show business.
This is when it's important to be picked. Yeah.
Because some of y'all are pick-me's on social media, stepping on the trying to re-quote a tweet to get engagement. Listen, let's have a real conversation. I'm a pick-me. We're all pick-me's in some form of fashion. There's moments I'm a pick-me. There's moments I'm like, I don't want to talk about this because I like this person. And I'm going to ignore it.
Oh, really, Carlos? That happens? You do that?
Whatever. There's moments.
I never noticed.
Don't do it, bitch, because you a pick-me too sometimes. Dustin's the only one who has said, Cynthia Bailey is my friend, and I don't give a fuck what I say about her. I'm a ride for her. And Claudia, guess what we said? That's real. That's real.
Right.
I said the same thing for all of y'all. You know what I'm saying? For both of y'all, rather. Like that's just I believe in that, but I understand. There's a certain element to playing a game that exists within this space, right? That you have to be down for in order to be on the damn show, right? So I don't think Kelly's a pick me. I don't think she's a pick me.
No, I don't listen. I don't think so either. I think it's funny the sense of what defines a pick me. I think the reason why Kelly is the smartest housewife of Atlanta this season is because she played the game correctly. And for a newbie to come into an established show and forge friendships with everybody and leave out unscathed, you did that, sis. Congratulations. Happy birthday.
Now,
and I'm looking forward to the reunion.
Hell yeah. A pick me to me is if I'm in a friend group with my real friends and I see one friend switching up around other people and changing what I know to be her character.
Yeah,
and I'm like, bitch, you don't even really think like that. Oh, you like dogs? Oh, I like dogs too. Oh, you like Cleveland? Oh, so do I. Like just everything that someone says, you jump on it. Now, if Kelly and Brit weren't really friends before this, and outside of that, Kelly has no real relationships with these other girls. That's not a pick me. She has nothing invested with these girls. That is someone that's playing a game on a TV show. Now, next season, we can make that assessment like, okay, she being fake, because then we kind of know a little bit more about her. But we don't know. All we know, this is a woman that's going through a divorce, but she got 4 kids, 3 or 4?
Four
girls. And this is someone that is paying huge legal fees. She's like, I'm not going to lose my gig over these hoes that I might, not hoes, but these girls I may never even deal with in real life. So yes, I will say what I have to say to get me to next season, because we all know Atlanta Housewives will start you off with a very disrespectful salary. And then the next season, they will double it and double it and double it. I didn't get that disrespectful salary, but I had Kenyon's lawyer. But anyways, okay, one of the highest first-year salaries ever. I'm just gonna put that on, leave that right there for you. But they do be trying it the first season where you're like, that can't really be the budget. Like that would be my glam budget. They really do. Like I don't care what these girls are trying to tell y'all. The first season is. Listen, I'll do the next 15 with Carlos and shoot a show in 3 weeks and take that out. It's basically the same salary as 4 months of filming the Atlanta Housewives. So with that being said, the reason why we push so hard for negotiations to get, so next season, I'll get a really nice salary because it's doubled. And then the next season, like they do run it up quickly. So you got to get to second season. That's where you get your money. And unfortunately, I didn't go that way for me, but I'm seeing how Kelly would like, I'm not going to make that mistake. I'm coming back next season.
And she did a good job with it. Listen, Angela is the MVP of the season. Let's be clear. Mm-hmm. She's the most valuable player. I said that Kelly, to me, is the smartest because there is a strategic way of orchestrating the dynamic between these friend groups and coming out unscathed. It just hit me. I've never seen a newbie not get into a tongue lashing. Because it's sort of like a rite of passage.
And still be relevant. And still be relevant.
And still be relevant. And listen, we always will give Angela her props. So we've done that. But I want to dedicate tonight's episode to Kelly. Kelly Farrell, congratulations. Happy birthday. You did that. I am now understanding the role you played in front and behind the camera. And sis, I salute you.
Absolutely. 100%.
Some people saying that they're really coming for Kelly tonight. They don't like it. They're saying that
she
goes along to get along. Like
I wouldn't know. Justin is out of the comments this week, so you got to fill me in, Claudia. Fill me in. Friend.
Okay, honey. No one called you Justin this week. They saying you sexy. Someone did say your voice sounds like honey over a light thunder. Like they giving you love. So tonight would be a good night for Justin or Justin to get in the chat because
that's what's up.
They're living for you. Yeah, no,
they're living for you. But the thing is this. I said, I listen, in respect to the people in the chat, based on this episode, I understand why y'all watched this episode and thought Kelly's a pick-me. I get it. But if you allow yourselves to listen to what we just said, your mind could be altered a bit because the beauty of Monday Night Live is we're able to offer point of views from our varied experience in this genre so that we're able to see things. Look, Claudia said something tonight that changed my mind already because she brought a perspective that gagged Dustin and I. And I want you guys to always watch these shows knowing, listen, everybody else can recap the shows and tell you what y'all saw. That's fine. Have them do it. The beauty of this is we take it a step further and we give y'all deeper conversations based on the nuances. And my hope with every Monday Night Live is that you guys walk away saying, I didn't see things that way. So, and listen, I'm a changed man tonight based on what I watched. And Kelli did the damn thing, child. That's my opinion.
I think they want us to drag her, and they're saying she's fake. I don't know. I mean, maybe
I don't feel that way.
There was a few episodes during the season, I'm not gonna front, where I saw her like, I thought she was over here, and then she went over here, and like, hey, who am I to say? Like, at the end of the day, again, if these were her real friends, I would look at you one way. When they're not and they're coworkers, you don't gotta stay over there with a sinking ship. You don't. Now, if that's your girl and you abandon her to be cool with Shamia and Portia and the In Girls, then I would call you a pick me. Not on a show. You just got thrown into the mix with this cast. You don't know these heifers. You may never see them again. You only see them, at work, and maybe you text each other here and there. I understand. It's entertainment, y'all. And that's why we were saying, and well, a lot of people saying, that with these shows, they've got to have people that have more higher stakes because they have real friendships. After this first season, depending on who returns next year, I think we can make better assessments next year because now they should really be friends by then. You know what I mean? Like, hopefully they spend some time together outside of filming. So I feel like y'all being a little hard on Kelli right now about, what we're calling strategic and intelligent and emotional intelligence. She does have emotional intelligence. She has reality emotional intelligence.
Yeah. And before, so listen, that's all I have for this episode. Unless Dustin Clark, there's anything else you guys want to address. I did feel like we covered everything.
Oh, Jab. I want to go to Jab. Those man, they had some body.
Oh yeah, no, Grenada was great. The bow-legged prime minister, the whole thing. It was like that's what I did enjoy about it. So look, there were great moments. But before I let them go, I do want to talk about Ralph. And I want to get Dustin and Claudia's opinion on Ralph. So Ralph has released several text messages between he and Drew Sidora, his estranged wife. He's also released pictures of what appear to be intimate photos. Nothing kissing, nothing of that nature, nothing explicit, but just, Ty Young and Drew hugging and whatever. What do you guys think about that? Because in my interview with Drew Sidora, I did say to her, look, I like Ralph. This is nothing against Ralph. I do feel like Ralph wants to embarrass you. And I felt that way a month ago when I did her interview. A month later, right, Dustin? I said, I feel like he just wants to embarrass you. I'm not understanding Ralph's crash out because at the end of the day, that is the mother of your kids. And you are raising a son. And I don't want your son to look at this situation thinking this is okay. And what I do want for Ralph is this. You were able to have camera time, which a lot of these husbands don't. I don't understand the end goal for this because I think Ralph is a better human being than what he's doing. And it makes me sad that he feels the need to do this.
Claudia, ladies first.
Ralph, why are you doing this? Like, listen, I don't know the ins and outs of your relationship, and a lot of times what the public sees can be very different than what is the reality, right? Like, we don't know what Drew was done to you and what you've done to her. We're really mostly getting Drew's side because she's got the bigger platform. But at the end of the day, y'all sharing a house, y'all have kids, and you may be very angry with her with how the relationship ended, or you feel like you've been demonized or penalized or villainized, but you're not doing yourself a favor at all by doing this. Like what? Okay, you showed pictures that look like Ty and Drew, right? And Drew told us on the show she was flirting with Ty. So is that breaking news? No, it's not. The text messages I read them, boring. And Ralph, there's things about you that I know that I could say, and I'm not. And I'm sure when you're married to someone, you're going to have a lot of information about someone. And the fact that Drew isn't saying these things about you that she probably has on you and you are, it's making people that probably would have sided with you side with Drew. Because what you're doing is it's very bitch made. It really is, Ralph. And like there was a time when y'all were crazy about each other. There was a time when y'all loved each other. There was a time when y'all created babies together, right? And you guys love each other. I know the person you divorced is not who you married. Trust me, I know that. But just keep it somewhat cool. You have kids. You have kids. And all these things are giving. It makes you actually, it makes you look like you are mad or hurt that she's not with you anymore. And that's probably not the case, but that's what it looks like. It's giving bitter, let me embarrass you, let me hurt you so you have no choice but to run back to me. I don't know what this, like, it's stupid. You know, like don't let reality TV take you out of the character of the person you probably were. And that's why she fell in love with you. And if she's a liar, listen, it'll come out eventually, but it shouldn't be at the hands of the father of her children, Ralph. Like you got to stop with that. It's very corny. And you were with the other reality TV man the other day giving toast on social media, being shady. Like, stop. Just stop. You know, the truth, you're so worried about what the public thinks about your ex-wife and humiliating her. That is still the kid that you say you love. The kids that you say you love, that's their mom.
Yeah, I think that what we're seeing, right, first of all, this train is way far out the station, way too far out the station to like have them find some dignity or give each other some grace, right? Him and Drew hate each other at this point, obviously. When it counts, we saw them having a moment of camaraderie the other day in the kitchen or whatever, but as far as we know, based on what Ralph just presented to everybody on Twitter, they hate each other. And I think that is a result of Ralph not being able to get any camera time on the show this season and have an opportunity to give his say. They're in a bitter divorce, and he has been accustomed over the past 3 seasons to at least having an opportunity, whether wrong or not, but to give his say against whatever Drew is presenting to the show. Mm-hmm. He didn't get that this season. We had a limited view into what he had to say. So now he's running with it. That's why he did things like attach a professional picture of him shirtless in a blazer with no shirt on under a blazer. You know what I'm saying? He attached that picture to his tweet damning Drew's actions because there's an attention grab that's taking place here, right? That is also that is in alignment with, you know, him just wanting to give his say. So he wants the attention. He wants to have people hear his take on things, and he's using Twitter as the medium or platform to do that. I don't think that's the smart choice, but I do think that's why that's happening. Again, there's nothing he can present to us that we didn't already know. We know Drew is a liar. We've been seeing her lie the past 3 seasons, and honestly, it's a part of her housewives' charm at this point. That's kind of why we like her, because it's like, damn, I can't believe Drew be lying like that. And then we laugh and be like, fuck, I can't believe she said that. It's crazy.
Well, me and my cousin Drew did talk about how Michael Jordan is both of our cousins. So I would need y'all to stop claiming this girl's like, we're both Michael Jordan's cousin. And I don't know why y'all would call, like, she's not lying.
No, listen, Dustin is related to Diana Ross. And Carlos King is related to Martin Luther. So listen, we all have famous lineage.
It's so funny to me, but I just think that that's what it is. Ralph was looking forward to the attention and the wave that comes along with a season of The Real Housewives of Atlanta. He missed that, so he's trying to get it by any means necessary on Twitter. We've been knew her and Ty was messing around. We've been knew that, you know, before she came to Housewives, her money was different than it was after she's done multiple seasons on the Housewives. These are not groundbreaking revelations that shift our view or our opinion in any way. It's an attention grab. That's what it is. We know that. So,
Dustin, one of the raindrops. Hold on, Claudia, 1 second. I want to get this out because it's funny. Well, Dustin, one of the raindrops said, so you like Drew be lying, but not Mia be lying?
Yes.
I saw that.
Now what?
Stand on business, friend.
Yeah, now what? You know what I'm saying? Yes.
And
What?
did.
And we could just move right on along. Claudia, what's up?
Claudia, go ahead.
Well, I'm gonna have my Justin Dustin moment right now to one of the raindrops. Trina M says, Claudia, the public has dirt on your ass too. Diddy parties, married men, freak offs. So what about Ralph? First of all, Trina M, suck my dick. I've never been with a married man in my life. I've never messed around with Diddy. I took one picture with him backstage at the BET Awards where I had my hand on his face. It was 2007 when he was hollering at me and never hung with him again. The very next day, he blew up my phone 57 times, complaining about the picture that I put on my MySpace, ending up on media takeout. I never fuck with them. Actually, I'm trying to get the message out of an old phone where I told him go fuck himself. I never touched Diddy ever in my life. Never fooled around with Diddy or Jay-Z or Kanye. Y'all keep putting names on my puss that ain't there. I wish I had as much action as y'all say I had. I wish I was this whore that y'all made. I have not had sex in 2025, y'all. And really only once in last year with one person. And it was in 2 years. Like I've done it like 4 times, honestly. Like I get no action. But I love that you think that I'm just out there just getting dicked down by the industry. And everyone's fucking me. Let me tell you one thing right now, heifers and heifettes. You cannot have this kind of longevity in the game if you only got there by fucking people. You get to be the hot girl for one summer. You're like a blue flame that goes out fast, like a comet. You bright light and they fade off. Don't nobody stay in the business for 30 motherfucking years by fucking to get there. And I'm offended because I put in hard work. I work for free. I've done radio shows. I've done TV shows. I've done stuff for exposure. I've signed shitty contracts just so I can show that I have good work ethic. I've turned down owners of basketball teams, sheep that reach out to me, owners of football teams, the current president. I have turned down more men and wealth than you will ever see in your life on Instagram, okay? So when you come from my character, make sure you know what the fuck you're talking about.
That's
because
right.
I'm so sick of people trying to diminish my accomplishments and my status and my success because you have nothing else to say. There's plenty of things you can criticize about me. I have a lisp. My hair is short on the front. I have daddy issues. I don't have kids. You can come for that. The foot surgery went well, but it ain't perfect. You have other things I've given you to talk about. But what you will not ever come for is my motherfucking character. And the reason why I can sit on this show and every other talk show that I booked over the past 30 years, making 7 figures, is because I stand on business and I have no skeletons in my closet that will ever make me worry about, oh, I hope that one thing doesn't come out. I proudly and loudly say how I feel because I am not embarrassed about the woman I am because I did it the right way. Now, if you want to keep on going with these false narratives, that's on you. But I've said what the fuck I said, and I need you to stop with this bullshit. I've never messed with these people, and I've never messed with anyone for a job and never will because I don't have to, because I have something you don't have as you sit on the sidelines: courage, bravery, and talent. Now go fuck yourself. Okay, sorry.
All right. So thank you, Dustin and Claudia and Raindrops. There's nothing else to be said about that. I mean, after that, Claudia, I'm proud of you standing up for yourself and finally addressing.
It's an old narrative. I'm sick of it.
No, I know. But baby, let's be clear.
If I want to be a hoe, Tiffany, or whatever your name was, I could easily fuck your father and your boyfriend, but I choose not to. So don't make me use my powers for evil. Do not make me use my powers for evil. You're lucky that I choose to be use my powers for good. I'm Spider-Man right now, but don't make me put on the black Spider-Man suit and get your ass, bitch.
Sometimes you got to do that. I love you, Claudia.
I love you too.
I know. What's so funny, Claudia, Dustin? Somebody said, Carlos, when is it your turn to crash out? Leave me alone. Oh God, Claudia. I mean, there's literally nothing else to be said after that. But thank you, Claudia. Thank you, Dustin. Claudia, I'm always proud of you for standing up for yourself and addressing the haters. And guess what, Claudia? After tonight, I don't think that will ever be addressed to you anymore because you have made it very clear, and expect that to go viral across all platforms. Okay. So Dustin Ross has a show this weekend. Dustin,
yes,
let the world know where they can buy tickets and see you. Wait, you have a show tomorrow.
Yeah.
And so
a show tomorrow and a show Saturday. So Tomorrow I'll be in Philly at City Winery. You can get tickets at DustinRossLive.com, or you can go to the Philadelphia City Winery website. That is actually linked on DustinRossLive.com. So just go there, DustinRossLive.com. You can get tickets to my show in Philadelphia tomorrow. We're going to have a good fucking time. And Saturday, we turning the fuck up in DC. So make sure y'all come out. More shows to come. Thank you so much to everybody who pulled up, all the VIP guests at the meet and greet who love our show on Monday nights. Have so much love for you, Carlos. So much love for you, Claudia. I just appreciate it all, and I can't wait to make y'all laugh Tuesday and Saturday this week. So that's it, DustinRossLive.com. And thank you for the platform, Carlos.
Thank you, Dustin, for always joining us. Claudia, what is you and your clit doing this weekend? I'm teasing. Claudia, what?
My clit will be in, we'll doing the Accidentally Informed podcast on Wednesday with Erica Cobb. So please, me and my clit and Erica.
Shout out Erica Cobb.
We're gonna all hang
Shout out to Erica Cobb and Claudia. I'm gonna come on your show.
Oh, we want to have you on.
Me too.
We want both of you on. I thought we could do something after we all hung out in DC, but Carlos got big things to do this weekend, so he won't be able to be there. But I would love for both of you to come on, like individually though, after we all hang out.
Whenever you need.
Whatever. Okay. And then I'm leaving for DC on Friday, and I'm hosting the Women in Songwriting Hall of Fame award show. It's Saturday. It's right before Dustin's show, so I'll be doing that. Please go to my Instagram page and get your tickets. I'll be hosting that, and then going directly to Dustin's show to support my friend, my brother, my Aries, my love.
Hell yeah.
And we're going to turn up in DC. So if anybody wants to book us for a club appearance,
we're available Saturday night in DC.
I can stop pouring myself out for dollars. I would love.
You and Justin. They can book you and Justin. The whole and Justin. They can book us for the shit Saturday night.
Oh, and again, the movie comes out August 29th. It's going to be a premiere in LA, New York.
I'm sorry. Moderator, remove that comment, please.
Which one? Let me look. Hold on. They tried someone else. Somebody else tried?
Nope, it's gone. Go ahead,
Listen,
Claudia.
I got time today.
I don't. Go ahead, Claudia. You're finished.
You said I don't.
And then I just booked another movie, but I'll tell you about it when I'm on set.
Yes,
Okay.
Congratulations, Claudia.
Thank you. I can't wait to see you this weekend.
I love you guys so much. Raindrops tonight did not disappoint. I love you guys, and we will see you next Monday. Make
What
sure
are you
to
doing
like.
this week?
I have to work.
You're not going to be with us? I'm surprised. I'm surprised you're not going to be with us in DC. I know you love DC.
So I will.
Justin
See
and
you
Claudia.
guys. Love you, Raindrops. We will see you on the next one.
Bye, y'all. See y'all next